Pay attention. For we believers will be called to account and must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ, so that each one may be repaid for what has been done in the body, whether good or bad. That is, each will be held responsible for his actions, purposes, goals, motives, the use or misuse of his time, opportunities, and abilities. See, when God began his project of creation, creating you and I, his beloved, he originally intended for us to be in partnership with him. God gave them a responsibility. Where do we find that? We find that in the very genesis of where everything began, which is in Genesis chapter 2, verse 15, which reads as follows. Pay attention. Then the Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to tend and keep it. This was their assignment. This means that God did not just create them to wander around in the garden. God did not just create them to observe the beauty which he had created around them. Instead, they had an assignment. They had something to do, which is the same reality for you and I today. That God did not put you in this world for no reason. There is a purpose. And their purpose, which is closely related to us, if not exactly the same, is to tend and to keep. Now, what is to tend? To tend means to cultivate. It means to work. It means to serve. What is to keep? To keep means to protect. What is the other word? Keep is also to guard. It is also to observe. I know in some contexts it's also to hedge around. So it's the idea of protecting something, keeping it safe. Tending is more about making it better. It's more about looking after what you have and keeping it in a state that pleases God. How does this relate to our lives? It is because in the same way, God has put you also in spheres of influence, which is your family, for example. He has even given you a body to tend and to keep. He has given you relationships with people. He's put you in a place where you have a particular responsibility. But since we are speaking about staying fervent in December, you must take note of the fact that firstly, to be fervent is to be passionate for God, to have that love, to be zealous for God. And we've already established that there are things that can either ignite or extinguish this fire that you have for God. And so you must take responsibility over your spiritual life. There are responsibilities, and you must take responsibility for your spiritual life, meaning that